Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, this podcast is brought to you by Final Form Supplements. Final Form Supplements is a supplement brand with honesty labeling. So the labeling in supplements is Wild Wild West. Sometimes labels aren't honest. They have things in there that's on in there. We don't have to worry about that with Final Form Supplements. We got everything you need from protein powder, creatine, skin care, soap for your skin, handcrafted soap, and we have all kinds of things. Go to finalformsubs.com. That's SUPPS. Finalformsubs.com. Use promo code CoachStrib, all caps, no space. Get 10% off your order. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe on whichever video you're watching here at Ivy Talks Podcast Network. And enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the NBA coverage. We have some exciting stuff going on, so we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to go over the East and the West standings, some statistical leaders, and then Coach Calvin's going to break down what's been going on in the NBA. All right, starting off, in the East, we have the undefeated 13-0 Cleveland Cavaliers at 1, Boston Celtics at 2, Orlando Magic at 3, New York Knicks at 4, Pacers at 5, Bulls at 6, Atlanta at 7, Nets at 8, Miami Heat at 9, Detroit Pistons at 10, Charlotte Hornets at 11, Milwaukee Bucks at 12, Washington Wizards at 13, 76ers at 14, Toronto Raptors at 15. In the West, we have OKC 10-2 at number 1, Golden State Warriors at 2, Suns at 3, Denver Nuggets at 4, Houston Rockets at 5, LA Lakers at 6, the Memphis Grizzlies at 7, Sacramento Kings at 8, LA Clippers at 9, San Antonio Spurs at 10, Timberwolves at 11, Dallas Mavs at 12, Portland Trail Blazers 13, New Orleans Pelicans at 14, and the Utah Jazz are at 15. Statistical leaders, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo at 33.3 points per game, leading the NBA. Rebounds, Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets, 13.7. Assists per game, Nikola Jokic at 11.7. Steals per game, we have Dyson Daniels for the Atlanta Hawks at 3.6. Blocks per game, no surprise, just like last year. Victor Wembanyama at 3.8. Field goal percentage, we have Daniel Gafford at 72.5%. Three-point percentage, Larry Nance at 73.7% from the three-point line. Free throws, we have Trey Mann. He is out with an injury, but he is tied first with Jared McCain at Trey Mann is with the Charlotte Hornets, and Jared McCain is with the 76ers. They're both shooting 100% from the free throw line. Minutes per game, surprise there, Kevin Durant at 38.8 minutes per game. Turnovers, Cade Cunningham for the Detroit Pistons at 5. And that's going to be our statistical leader. So I'm going to open up the floor to Coach Calvin. Coach Calvin, what are you seeing going on in the NBA right now? What's hot and what's not?
I'm just seeing a lot of people getting their damn game off right now. I mean, we had Victor with 50, LeBron, I mean, what, 3 games in a row with a triple-double or something like that?
34-point triple-double last game.
I mean, Jared McCain, rookie, known as just a three-point shooter and everything, but I mean, he's getting his game off. I mean, Steph Curry had a huge game the other night and everything, man. Hit a crucial step back in late game, and bro, just gave the little sleep, little thing that he does, bro.
Night.
Bro, did you see with him when he was in the camera? Bro was hype.
Yeah.
He's like, my shit. This is my
You
shit.
should have stayed.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got Kyrie that went off too. He had 36 one night. I mean, I'm really liking it right now with the NBA. But one thing I will say, man, and I got 2 takes that I'm gonna say right now. Brandon Ingram, I'll be surprised if he's not traded by the end of this year. I'll say that. I'll be surprised if he isn't traded by the end of this year. And hopefully, dude, if he can somehow end up back at the Lakers, bro,
dude.
That team is set, bro. My second thing. Are you familiar with Peyton Pritchard from the Celtics? Actually, there's a thing too I want to talk about too as well. But yeah,
it sounds familiar. I'd probably know his face if I saw it.
Bro, he is literally gonna be.
Oh yes, yeah. The white. Is he white? Yeah.
Yeah.
The guard number 11. Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. I think here in the next few years, is either going to be him and Trey Mans fighting for the sixth man of the year. I really do believe that. Um, I mean Trey Mans. I mean he's just now. He's been in the league for a minute. I think he's just been on some low level teams, not like good markets to kind of get his name out there. But I mean, he's been a bucket since high school and everything. I've watched him like
Right.
YouTube and all that shit. He's been a bucket, bro. Played at Florida and all that. Peyton Pritchard, bro. I mean, he's like him and TJ McConnelly play sort of similar.
Mm.
Short guards and everything will literally pick you up the whole court. I mean, come in, give you valuable minutes. Also, obviously, they can, score the ball, all that stuff. And then obviously play defense too, man. And they rarely turn the ball over and make bad mistakes, which I think is crucial. So I can see that in the next few years. Um, then Pop, bro. Did you hear about
Oh,
Popovich?
he had a mild stroke. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you think it's getting towards that time where he needs to retire and focus on his health, or? 'Cause, I mean, he's been there for a minute, bro. Like,
Yeah. Let
and
me. I think.
the stress. Bro, I can't. Well, I mean, I can't imagine the stress as an NBA coach, but I mean, the years of stress and everything like that, and they haven't been performing as good as as they were back in like the mid 2000s.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
um,
he's 70. He's 75. I think you kind of for this stroke here, you kind of bookshelf it, let him recover, see how he's feeling, and I think if he feels good and there's not another health problem, I think he could, potentially keep coaching as long as he wants. But I do think you bookshelf it. So you kind of keep this right here. If other things start to persist, then I think, yeah, it's probably about the 75. Probably look at, like you said, retiring. He's been in the, I mean, I honestly think he has nothing else to prove. Regardless of how his team does, we all know who he is as a coach, as a developmental coach. We all saw when Victor Wembanyama went to the Spurs, we were all like, that's
the
the coach
perfect, yeah,
Victor Wembanyama needs. Regardless of how it goes with him at the Spurs, even if he goes somewhere else, you look at anybody that's played for Greg Pop. You look at DeMar DeRozan, superstar.
wow.
Kawhi Leonard, like aside from the injuries, but you look at how they developed when they were there, and even after they left, the level of their game, like Kawhi Leonard, yes, he left the Spurs, but what did he do as soon as he left? He won a championship. And we all said in 2019 when he won, he reset the league because everybody thought you needed these super teams to win, and then everybody realized, oh, if you just build a well balanced team, a team with good chemistry, that's what really matters. Not trying to buy your way to the NBA. So I don't think he has anything left to prove. He'll go down as one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach of all time. So, like you said, you kind of sit there and weigh your options. Again, he might just really love coaching and love doing it. So I would be okay if he continued to coach, but then I'd also understand if he was like, what, I got to put my health first. I want to start doing things I want to do. Like you said, the stresses of being being in the NBA in any facet is, especially the head coach. It's a lot of stress. So I would be surprised if he retired as well, maybe after this year, or even like the next year or two. But yeah.
Yeah.
So now my question to you is looking at teams like the 76ers, the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis and Dame are actually the two highest scoring backcourts in the NBA. So it's not that the fact that they're doing bad because of Giannis not playing well and Dame not playing well. It's just the team as a cohesive unit. They are currently 12th. They are 4-8. Now, again, it's early. 4-8 is not bad. It's not the end of the world at 4-8. But teams like the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers are 2-9. And you picked up a star like George Paul George. I get Paul George, Joel Embiid, they've kind of been in and out of the lineup. They both didn't play. They're killing Paul George is killing me on my fantasy basketball team because he's not playing. Now scored me 60 fantasy points this week, but he's not playing consistent minutes. And you look at you look at those teams as teams that would be in the top 5 or at least top 6. Do you think for both of these teams that their seasons are salvageable? Because it is early. Do you think that they figure it out? Or do you
The
think, like for the
Bucks,
Bucks,
the
it's
Bucks,
over?
the Bucks, yes, because I just think Giannis is a competitor and Dame is too. Now with Joel Embiid, he stated that he said he's not going to play back to backs and everything this year. I mean, if he's not going to play back to backs, all right, so you can count him out of those games. Um, you know what?
And he got suspended 3 games for that comment. No. He got it, but they started investigating for that comment, and he got suspended for the interaction he had with the reporter. But
Hold on.
because those teams, and then I have one more team to add into the mix with the Timberwolves, because they made it to the finals last year, but they're sitting at the 11th spot at 6. Again, they're 6-6. It's not bad this early, but do they have what it takes for the long haul? Is the question.
All right. So how many games have they played so far this season, the 76ers?
The 76ers, they
Mm-hmm.
played 11.
11. Okay. Um, they have for this year, they have 15 back-to-back games. So Joel said he's not playing those back-to-back games. So you already got 11 games out the way. 15 games that Joel said he's not playing back-to-back. What are we at? Like 20 something games right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you're creeping right into like the edge of the middle of the season. If you're sitting below, not even like fighting for like the play in or something like that, no, you guys are cooked. You're done.
Pack it up.
And second thing, he's injury prone. So okay, he doesn't play those 15 games. Let's say he gets hurt, he's out another, well, I don't know, 10 games or whatever. Bro, it's cooked. It's done. You wasted Paul George's time coming there thinking that he's possibly gonna get a ring and everything. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. He's gonna have to play those back-to-back games. I'm sorry if you want to get into the
If
playoffs.
they're really trying to push a run, he's gonna have to.
You're gonna
Now,
have to, like, there's and the thing about it that I think it is, dude, is like you're a superstar, bro. You are selfish. Like that's kind of selfish to say like out loud to a reporter.
that's my problem. If that's something that you and your coaching staff had conversations about and working out, that's something you
How
keep in house. That's not something you say publicly out to a reporter. They started an investigation. They're like, you're not playing back to backs. Like, what do you mean? Because we
yeah.
already know about the low management thing that they're trying to get rid of, because Joel Embiid sells tickets. It's
And
not
hey,
fair to people if they paying these crazy prices for tickets to come see you play and you're not
thank
playing.
you. And that's another thing too. When he said that, I'm just like, all right, I guarantee you people said, oh, back to backs for the Sixers. Okay, we're not going to that game
Not
because
going
he
to
ain't
those
playing.
games.
We ain't
Yeah.
going to fucking up ticket sales, bro. Like
Now, my question is, let's say, because Paul George, he's kind of sort of, I'm not gonna say injury prone. He has
he's
battled,
kind of in that same boat. Like,
but he will play if he can. That's what I will say about Paul George. He's not trying to sit out back to backs. If he's healthy, he'll play. Let's say, because he had that hyperextension on his knee. Do you think the 76ers, let's say they start to focus more on Paul George as being their number one or running a lot of stuff through Paul George, do you think without it, a Joel Embiid, that the 76ers could still be a competitive team with Paul George as their center point?
what are they right now sitting?
They are 14th in the East.
Okay. Let me look at their roster just to, 'cause I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Because they have Eric Gordon, Reggie Jackson, Kyle
Bro,
Lowry,
if
Tyrese
that's
Maxey.
yeah, bro. If that's the case and everything, like you're gonna have to go get. Because I mean, you got Drummond. That's your backup. That's a great center. But he's not Joel, bro. Like it's the thing. Joel puts up at least a 20 to like 25 points a game and everything with like double. I mean, double digit rebounds. It's like, bro, you take that out. It's like, who's gonna make up for those extra 20, 25 points? Is it gonna be your bench? Are you gonna get
It's got to be by committee.
Yeah, bro. It's like, are you gonna get more Paul George more shot attempts to do that? Is Tyrese Maxey gonna have to step up? Jared McCain, like Kelly, everybody in this team is gonna have to step up, bro. To be honest, or it's like you go out and you get another.
Scoring big or
another scoring big, another scoring four or something, or another big just to help out with Andre, so he's not putting up hella minutes and everything because he's on the tail end of his career. He's not the Drummond from Detroit Pistons that we know and everything.
No.
Um, I mean, bro, it's just yeah, dude. This does not look like a good situation now since we actually talking about this and everything.
Right.
Um, and I don't even know who this Bona dude is. I don't.
Oh, Adem.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like he UCLA. I don't even know who the hell he is. Like,
You still got Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, Caleb Martin, Paul George, Jared McCann, Tyrese Maxey. He's out with the hamstring, but you got Tyrese Maxey,
but
Kyle.
that's
Like on
that's
paper,
the
they
thing,
look like they could do it, but it's like you said.
dude. But that's the thing though. Like you got your second like scorer is a rookie. Are you really going to put your trust into a rookie to score all those points and everything? And he's and let not the dog Jared McCain, but he is undersized and everything, but he is not like Steph Curry. He will not come off the a screen and shoot it like him. He will not step back like that. He is a straight set shooter, bro. Like one dribble, get into your shot, bro.
Right.
He's not like he's not like Steph, is what I'm basically trying to say.
Okay, then what's your breakdown for the Bucks? Bucks are 4-8. They're 12th in the East. Giannis and Dame, they're playing well. I'm not sure what the situation is with Chris Middleton, and because they got Pat Covington, just to name some notable names, Damian Lillard. They got Gary Trent, Giannis Antetokounmpo. They got Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Brooke Lopez. Where's yeah. So I mean, it's like,
You got
is
Jalen Green's little brother on the team.
you think is it salvageable? Because I think most of the Bucks look like to be honest, Bucks seems like more of like a coaching problem than it is player production.
I was about to say that. I
Because
think I think it might be Doc, bro.
Giannis is averaging. I think Giannis is averaging on the season. He's averaging 30, yeah, like 33.3 points per game. He's leading the league in points. And then you go to your other superstar, again, Damian Lillard's out for a concussion, but he's averaging 26 points per game. So like they're producing. But is it
Dude, I wonder if it's like the same thing when he was in the Clippers, bro. He literally had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, and those were the two like go-to people.
and what's his name? The center.
DeAndre,
DeAndre. Like he had a squad. He did have a
he had a
squad.
squad, but like, bro, I'm seeing a lot of resemblance from that Clippers, just the way how he ran it and everything. But bro, those are two different type of players in two different systems, and like Blake Griffin's the one you lob, but if he's gonna go get it. Giannis, he can bring the ball up and go get a bucket. Dame
Right.
can do the same thing. I don't know, man. I think it's maybe just their play style or just their like identity right now. I don't know, man. Um, because yeah, if it would have been an issue if you say, oh, like Giannis and Dame aren't producing and not putting up the points, but it sounds like they are. So it has
Yeah.
to, yeah. It may be like the offenses ran through them too much, and then they're the ones that are always getting the shots where everybody else is like, all right, I'll stand in the corner, and if the ball gets swung to me, I'll shoot it.
Right. Yeah. And real quick, last thing before we wrap this up. Minnesota Timberwolves. This is another team I feel like everybody expecting to be a lot higher than they are. They're currently 11th. Again, it's early. I understand it's earlier. 6-6. Again, 6-6 is not bad. They're actually tied between. They're tied for the ninth spot. Clippers are 6-6. Spurs are 6-6. Timberwolves are 6-6. So if they win this next game, they could be in that ninth spot instead of 11. So it's still tight. But for the Timberwolves, again, we got you got guys like Anthony Edwards and a team that was just in the finals last year. Not only that, but they were the best defense
You
in
know
the
what it
NBA
is?
last year. Huh?
You know what it is? That dumbass trade when they traded Cat away.
I forgot they don't have Cat. I think that's a lot of the problem because you don't
bro,
have that second rim protector.
bro, it's like, bro, you literally, yeah, like I don't think you really got a better defender out of Randall. I feel like you kind of evened out there, but you definitely lost your offense for sure. Like, I mean, the Cat is one of the better big mans in the in. You might not agree with me on this. I think Cat is a better 3-point shooter than Jokic by far,
I think he is, like
by
even
far,
statistically.
by far, and everything, bro.
Yeah, 'cause he was,
I think he's a better 3-point shooter than Porzingis when he's in too as well. But bro,
well, I
this
know what's his the cat was leading the league. He was like top 5 in the league in 3-point shooting.
that's
So he's still up there in 3-point
so
shooting.
finest. You're telling me he's arguably like one of the I mean, he far as like centers and everything at that time, probably one of the better defenders, one of the better shoot, the best shooter as a center. You just came off of a title run. You have a great duo in a young Ant and Cat, and you got Gobert as like the three-headed monster, I get, the third like superstar, and you gonna trade him away and get Randall in
He's shooting
return,
51% from the three. He,
bro.
he's he's averaging 26 and a half points, 12.2 rebounds on 50% shooting from the 3-point line.
Bro, you know the thing about it too is that it's kind of the funny thing. Cat's probably like, "Oh, thank God I'm out of the West. I'm in the East now. I probably have an easier way now because the Knicks just got off of a fucking a playoff run too, where they were
Yeah,
down and everything.
yeah, with Brunson.
It's like, like I didn't have a big. They didn't have a big man too. Oh, I'm the big man and I can shoot the ball too.
Right.
Yeah, like oh, it's up.
Yeah, they're fourth in the East, so they're doing well. And yeah, I forgot Timberwolves got rid of Cat. Well, I don't want to say got rid of. They traded Cat, and I think because you know what's funny, um, when Cat and Gobert both got the Timberwolves, what was the thing? That's not gonna work. They're two big men. It's not gonna work. It worked,
I said that too. I didn't believe in
right?
it. How the hell is that gonna work?
And it ended up working. And for some reason, they make it to the finals. They didn't win it. They scrambled. And again, we don't know because we don't know what the conversations were if they weren't willing to pay him. So there is a little bit of that we don't know about. But you would think
He
if
has
you
the
made it to
numbers
the
to put up to
finals,
pay him though. That's my
that's
thing.
what exactly. You would think they'd want to try to keep him because, like you said, it's work. You keep your core. You keep Rudy. You keep and you keep Cat. That's your core, and then you just make sure you have the guys around them, and you keep that defense. The Twin Towers defensively, you're telling me you got two rim protectors, and one of them can kind of guard. Cat can kind of guard the perimeter pretty decently. The only person that besides Rudy, who got sauced up by Luca, besides that, like you got Cat can guard the perimeter, and like you said, he could shoot the three. He's got a nice mid range, and in the post, we already know what it do. So it didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But I don't want to get too long winded because we try to keep these fairly short. But do you think Timberwolves figure it out, or do you think they're kind of in that same situation as the other two teams where a lot has to change? Do you think they're close, or do you think a lot has to change?
I think you change for them to really get it. I really think that you have to change Julius Randle's role. I feel like you have to start making him shoot the corner threes and stuff now. Because I mean, dude, if you catch the ball on the 3-point line, like you know what he's gonna do. He's a rim runner, bro. He's gonna dribble it, try to get a dunk, a layup, or whatever. So it's just like
Right.
if I'm the defense and everything, I'm like, hey, bro, shoot it. You go 4 from 10 and everything. That's great. I'm great. You got 12 points from the 3-point line, but you're not getting 12 from a layup or a dunk. So
Yeah, he's averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds. He's shooting 38% from the three, which is not bad, but it's yeah.
you just gotta. I think with him, you gotta make him start shooting threes to space the floor out. And then if a drive does open up, more the merrier. You're a big dude, like go dunk on somebody. Um, but yeah, that's probably that should be on Shaqtin' the Fool in my opinion. That's the dumbest fucking trade I've ever heard. Just came off a title run, bro. And you're gonna give up your superstar power forward.
You're number two. They give up their number two. But you can, yeah, I was gonna say you could argue him and Ant are kind of back and forth to number one, but number two for sure.
Yeah.
But That's all I had. Do you have any other pointers you want to touch on before we wrap it up?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of the NBA coverage. We'll catch you guys next week. Deuces.
I'm gonna chase my dreams, my